Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Super Jerry 27's Nerd Cave, full of comic book goodness. Today I'm kind of straddling my two hobbies because I'm talking about video games based on comics. So these, to me, are the best 8 games that you can play on current gen. Okay, well, I guess they're up house gen. On the Xbox One and the PS4. I'm pretty sure all of these work on the upgraded consoles, the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, 149 or whatever they call it now. All of these should be bump upable. So I'm gonna start with fighting games. One of my favorite fighting games is DC Comics versus Mortal Kombat, or Mortal Kombat versus DC Comics, depending on what's your favorite. I enjoyed that. I don't think you can play it on current gen systems, so I left it in my room. But I got the collector's edition with the Alex Ross cover. But we're going to do the fighting games here. We're going to do Injustice 1 and Injustice 2. These, of course, take place in an alternate reality where the Joker kills Lois Lane and Superman goes absolutely batshit crazy and takes over the world. I beat this one on streams that you can check out. I'll link it in the bottom below. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I didn't like it when I got my ass kicked by Green Arrow, but it was very good, very well done. Ed Boon and, oh my god, who are they called again? Neversoft? No, oh my god, it's so tiny. NetherRealms. Neversoft did the Tony Hawk games. NetherRealms do a great job. I'm hoping for Injustice 3 soon. And you can pick up the comics. I think they're in omnibus form and trade paperback form that follow this. I mean, it went on for several years, that comic book. Tom Taylor really milked the shit out of that cow. Alright, since we're on the PlayStation 4, I'll do the next two games that I think are just superb. I've played a lot of Spider-Man games in my time. PS1, PS2, Dreamcast, Xbox 360, which actually has some of the best games. But they're trapped on the Xbox 360 and the PS4. You can't play them because Activision no longer has the rights, so you have to have a physical copy. By physical, so the only non-Insomniac game of Spider-Man that you can play on your Xbox One or PlayStation 4 is Amazing Spider-Man 2, and that has skyrocketed in price. I lucked out. I got a copy like $30 during the middle of the pandemic because I'm like, oh, I don't have this. And it's pretty fun. I'm also streaming it. I'll link it down below. There'll be a lot of links. Linky-dink-dink. But it's the two Spider-Man games from Insomniac. Both of these are excellent. They are well-written stories by non-comic book people, which surprises me, because we'll get into that a little bit later in the video. But these are great. Amazing. I would suggest, though, for this one, you play on the PS4 because I do not like the new model for Peter Parker. It's weird they switched him between generations, and the Miles Morales game is excellent as well. They actually made Miles interesting. He's not interesting in the comics, guys. I'm sorry. I've read them since we got him in Ultimate Fallout number 4, and he's just not interesting. They made him interesting. Come on, But yeah, these are great. I'm excited for the sequels to both of these. And hopefully by then I'll have a PS5. I'll have to, Anyway. The next game is a game that I recently beaten in Guardians of the Galaxy. I can't give enough props to this game. This game is amazing. Did I just open it by accident? No, it's still sealed because I use it on Game Pass. I bought it day one launch at the local Walmart for $49 because my local Walmarts have launch games, $10 off, which is pretty sweet. Never got to play it, and then it was on Game Pass. I'm like, well, screw it. I'll just play it on Game Pass, and I can keep something else in the disk drive. And that was Amazing Spider-Man at the time. So yes, that game is amazing. It's not good for stream. Well, you can stream it, but you can play it with non-licensed music, and I can't play a Guardians Galaxy game without hearing some Hall & Oates or something. So no, can't. Had to have it. Oh, and the soundtrack's amazing, just as good as the movies. And now we get to my favorite character, Batman. Na 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 na. And if you're digging on the shirt, it says headgear is for pimps. I didn't have headgear, I had braces in there, horrible. But the Batman games from Rocksteady are the top of the list that developers have to hit. And all the Guardians and Spider-Man Took a lot from these games. The combat, well, not the combat for Guardians, but the combat in Spider-Man's kind of similar. But I've got Batman Return to Arkham, which is Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. These are by far the two best in the series. They're amazing. They're written by Paul Dini, who wrote the book behind me, who helped create Harley Quinn, who wrote a lot of the animated series books, so he knows his shit. That's why these games are so good. Then you get to Batman Arkham Knight, where Rocksteady decided to pen the game. They actually read the comics. I mean, a lot of it makes sense, but it's not as good. It's fun until you get to the Batmobile shit. And unless you're a complete moron, you can't. If you can't figure out who the Arkham Knight is, you're dumb. Sorry. Like, I knew it before even playing the game, just because I've been reading the comics since I was 8. So it's fun. You're not gonna like the Batmobile stuff though, because I don't know. I didn't like it. Still a good game, and it's cheapy cheap. And then the Batman game that everyone really kind of disliked is Origins, Batman Arkham Origins. I enjoyed it just because of the Deathstroke fight. Everyone forgets about that fight. Pretty sure it's in this one. No, yep, there it is. This Deathstroke fight is great. I don't know why this game got so much shit. It is backwards compatible on the Xbox One. It's amazing. I mean, it's good. It's a good game. I actually want to replay it. I might replay it on a stream. Just because it's really, really good. I enjoyed it. Look at Deathstroke being a badass mofo. These are just great games. And this one particularly doesn't get enough credit, and I don't think this is getting enough credit, the Guardians of the Galaxy game. But these are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 games based on comic books that actually hold the comic book standard 20 years ago. Not now. Not the comic book standard now. The comic book standard now is Marvel's Avengers game. But these games are great. I mean, Square Enix redeemed themselves. The Injustice team's doing great. Insomniac's not being stupid with Spider-Man. And, well, I'm nervous about the Suicide Squad game. I'm just going to say that. I think I know what they're going to do with it, but I'm tired of the let's kill Superman shit. Just tired of it. He's Superman. He's the best. He's what we aspire to be. Clark Kent is what we aspire to be. And the comic book industry loves to knock that down. People love to knock that down. It's foolish. But let me know what you think. Do you like these games? Have you played any of these games? Is there a game I may have missed that I don't have in my collection, didn't see, might be downloadable only? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'm always looking for a new game to play, even though I have more than enough. They could cease making games, and I'd have enough to play until I die. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video.